Hey everybody, and welcome to Hexiled Gaming. I'm Scott. I've got a match of X-Wing 2nd Edition for you here on Tabletop Simulator. This is a match in the Kyber Premier League. Timo versus Will. This is round 4. Timo flying his patented Boba, Dengar. Will flying Imperial Aces, Vader, Whisper, and Grand Inquisitor. Where have we seen that list before? Go ahead and start the cloaking cycle on Whisper. Dengar with the 4 straight. He's got that mobile arc facing left. This is an auto blaster proton torpedo Dengar. So he's got plenty of options for shooting out the front. Now he's got 180 degrees of arc coverage as well. Vader, moving fast down the bottom of the board, 5 forward. Goes for a barrel roll, going to hold himself back a little bit. I think the players were saying they were ready, but it looked like they pinged the jamming beam on Boba Fett, and I got really excited. Who knows? Maybe we could see a jamming beam from Boba onto Whisper. Try and remove a bunch of evade tokens. I doubt it. You can always hope. Alright, on to the next one. So it looks like we might get a little flank here from Whisper. Could you decloak forward? Yeah, she's got a straight decloak if she wants it, or decloak left and a hard turn, candy cane. Dengar facing the bottom of the board, which is good because it gives him left turns in. If you've never flown a Jump Master before, there's the dial. Going left is good, going right is not. We do see Vader with the lock on the cloud. I wonder if that's because there is jam on the board. It does exist. Until L3 does her thing, yeah. Then you can at least bank right with blues. So decloaks forward with Whisper. Not going to play too cagey. Gets the Stygium Array evade. There's the 1 bank from Whisper. She is currently in Boba's arc, although she's behind that gas cloud. Goes for the barrel roll. Now there are no shots to be worried about. 2 forward from the Grand Inquisitor. Should be out of range for the moment. Looks for a lock to make sure. Nothing there. Go ahead and lock an obstacle, maybe. Takes a focus. Not going to use Han Gunner for this one. I think he's in range of Vader. Yeah, he's definitely in. Oh, Vader hadn't moved yet. I'm a fool. Timo's got player 1. Vader's going to reach for it. There's a lock on Boba. Gonna spin a force point. Take a focus. Oh, does he go for the barrel roll focus? Linked action? We rarely see it. And yet here it is. Will with the big plays. Using the linked action to save himself a force point. I think I saw that in a game with Haigwood yesterday. He is very cognizant of his force spending. Will just getting his Imperial damage deck out. Alright. Vader did not move his lock. So it's just a 2-dice attack on Dengar for a whole lot of nothing. So that barrel roll looks like it put Boba Fett out of range. Whisper, range 3 into Boba. 3v3. Spins the force point for hit crit. Boba, no rerolls, just 3 naked dice, takes 1. Let's get these dice out of here. So 1 shield on Boba. Do have a stressed Vader. Let's take a look at that dial. 1 forward is white. You got your 1 and your 2 banks. How fast do you want to go? Recloak on Whisper, which I think she's just going to go ship right up to the top of the board. Bank in. Where do you think Robert Fett's going? Hard 2 is probably okay. If you want to go towards Whisper. Could slow bank 1 towards Vader. Can you move towards Vader and not mess up Dengar? I mean, Dengar's got Han Gunner, so it's not huge if he bumps. What was the fastest maneuver there? 3 forward. Alright, Will's ready. Decloak forward from Whisper. Alright, we're going to see a 1 hard turn. If Boba 2 hards and blocks Whisper, not a big deal. There's nothing really there to capitalize on it. Here's the 1 bank from Boba. Could boost. Or could stay right there and let Dengar run interference in front of him. Yep, takes a focus. He's got a back arc shot on Whisper. Yep. Want to start token stacking on Whisper. Goes for passive. Alright. There's the 2 straight from the Grand Inquisitor. Moves the lock over. Might have an unobstructed shot around that gas cloud. Yeah, there's the 2 bank in from Dengar. Should block most of Vader's blue maneuvers. Unless he decides to go right. And then he's not shooting anything. Rookie says, how did Vader get stressed? He used the linked action. Vader, 1 bank left. Bumps into Dengar, so he's only taken 1 shot. But I believe it's a range 1 with at least 1 reroll. So it's either a range 2 with 1 reroll or a range 1 with 2. There's a whole bunch of numbers. Dengar with the Han Gunner. So Dengar locked Grand Inquisitor, and he's going to fire a torpedo. That's how confident he was that Vader wasn't a threat. Ooh, boy. 3 hits and a crit. That's a proton torpedo for you. A double modded proton torpedo. Grand Inquisitor spins a force point. Takes 2 half points. Vader, no shots. Boba sees an opportunity. He's got Whisper at range 1 with an evade token and a force point, or he's got Vader out the front at range 1 with all of his force. Gonna go into Whisper. I think I like that. You got a 4v2 against Whisper with two rerolls and a focus. There's the reroll. Three hits and a crit. So Whisper's at least taking 2. Spins a force point. Takes it on the shields. Oh, nope. Spins the evade because she knows she's going to get it back on the attack. Or she thinks she will. Yep. Grand Inquisitor does have an unobstructed shot into Boba. So spins the force point for 3 dice. I'm going to spin the lock on the focus. Gets a focus again. 2 dice for Boba with 2 rerolls. Doesn't need it. Spins the maul force. Alright, here's that range 1 shot into Boba. 2 hits. Passive sensors the blank. And Seven Sister the crit. 2 dice for Boba. 1 evade so far. Takes 3. So you at least get Boba shields down. But you lose 2 shields on Whisper. And 2 shields on the Grand Inquisitor. Recloak on Whisper thanks to the evade from her ability. Gotta stress Dengar. Does have contraband, so he could always use that to, you know, do whatever he wants. And he gets to make that decision when he activates. So it'll be after Whisper and Grand Inquisitor could spin contraband, bump, and then use Han Gunner, or could do a blue maneuver, bump, and then use Han Gunner. So there's a lot of options. Mike saying he should drop his bomb. Almost forgot about that. There are proton bombs on Boba Fett and Dengar. Looks like the only direction for Whisper to decloak is to the right. Yeah, you definitely drop a bomb from Boba Fett. Oh, Lou says Dengar has no bombs? Oh, you're right. I'm reading proton torpedoes and thinking proton bombs. My bad. Lou, I had my coffee, I swear. I finished it. Like a good boy. Don't give the Jumpmaster bombs, please. I think we're okay. We finally reached a place where we understand what the Jumpmaster can do well. We added the cannon slot. It's in a decent place now. Does not need bombs. Let's give the force point back to the Grand Inquisitor. So Boba's got to move before Dengar. Good 4K. We do have contraband on Boba. Could just turn away and use the back arc. Could Talon. All right, Will's ready to go. Timo dropping the bomb on Boba Fett. So Timo's got player 1, so his bomb drops before Whisper decloaks, right? There it is. Gonna decloak forward. Give herself a better chance of getting out of there. So does the Talon roll? Did he use contraband? He did not. Doesn't feel the need. Rolls himself backwards. Maybe to get in Boba Fett, or in Vader's way. Grand Inquisitor turns to the left. Goes for an evade. Whisper. 3 straight. Does she have Boba Fett in arc? Yes. Barrel rolls left, gets out of the arc of Boba Fett. Contraband. 4K. There it is. Goes for a lock. Puts it on Whisper. We may have a triple stressed Dengar this round. So he had one from Han last turn. He's got one from the 4K. And he's probably going to have one from Han. There's the one straight from Vader. Well, at least he doesn't have to worry about Dengar. Probably. So Vader's already got the lock on Boba Fett. Takes the focus. Proton bomb. Doesn't touch anything. Mike says, Whisper about to get shushed. Shh. So he's not going to use Han Gunner. 4 dice with a target lock. Spins the lock on the blank. And gets a hit. Wow, that is a pretty fantastic single modded torpedo. 2 guaranteed to go through. Spends the force point. Takes crit. Wounded. Got to roll for the actions. And loose stabilizer has to go straight or die. You only got one hole. Will, with the oof tokens, a true hex man. Now he says both are oofs. It looks like Will agrees with you. Funhawk says damage deck rigged. The problem is he took a card out and then realized that he hadn't shuffled, put the card back, shuffled, and brought these two out. So He did everything he could to avoid that. Hey, speaking of avoiding, Boba Fett can't avoid that. Taking hit, crit. Structural damage. Well, that sticks around. Whisper's got nothing. Now, do you attack here? Do you shoot into Dengar? Range 1? I guess you could deny Dengar the range. Yeah, he's not going to use... Oh boy. One goes through! Does he spend... He does not spend the force point. One hit from Dengar range... Oh, it was an auto blaster, that's right. So 3 dice range 1. 1 hit. Grand Inquisitor gets 2 evades and the evade token. Just fine. Alright. So just double stressed Dengar. He did not use Han Gunner. Whisper is still on the board with loose stabilizer and wounded. Boba Fett on 4 hull. Stressed from the Talon roll. We do have a recloak on Whisper. So you thinking decloak down? Let's look at this. You don't have a 1 forward, so you don't want to get too close to that board edge. A 2 forward, 2 forward. I mean, Dengar would gladly just 1 forward, 1 bank. Maybe you block with Grand Inquisitor. Decloaking ship right towards Boba Fett and moving straight just seems bad. Well, you know what? I guess if you... get far enough away from Dengar, if you get the block, you could be out of auto blaster range. Oh, Boba drops bombs, says Mike. You're right. Don't go towards Boba. That's bad. .44 minutes left in the game, 57 to 62, pretty close. Timo only leading by 5. Structural damage Boba could be gone at any second. Let's give Grand Inquisitor back a force point. Back to full 2 force. All the proton torpedoes are gone from Dengar, and very likely after this turn to be done with the proton bombs on Boba. Contraband gone on Dengar, so that's a nice trick that you don't have to deal with anymore. There is the proton bomb. Last one. Whisper. What if she doesn't decloak? She's not. Why did I want to force her to decloak? I don't know. The hard one from Boba, I like that. Oh, he did contraband so that he could focus. Nice. Well, there's another trick gone for the scum team. Now it looks like he blocks the sort of the one bank I was thinking from Boba, or from Vader. Whisper, 3 straight, fixes stabilizer, rolls a crit for wounded, so does take a stress. That means when he decloaks next turn, no evade, if there is a next turn. 4K from the Grand Inquisitor. Dengar, straight 1, relieves the stress, does not have contraband or any other way of getting mods or performing actions. Vader with the Talon roll. Takes the stress. Goes for afterburners. Might get himself a shot on Boba Fett. Gonna take a shield for his troubles. Ooh, I think he's just out for a shot on Boba, but we will check after this bomb goes off. Dengar. There's a range 1 auto blaster shot. 3v4. Crits cannot be blocked. So if he rolls a crit here, that is a dead Whisper. No crits. 2 hits. We've got 4 dice with a force point. Takes 1, and that is it for Whisper. Vader. He does have a shot. Range 1 into Boba. Oh! Let's go. 4 dice. V1. Here's the fire control blank. That's going to be 3 and a crit into Boba Fett. Boba will have 1 reroll and a force point. Doesn't need it. Taking hit, crit. A direct hit will kill him. It's a hull breach. Doesn't matter. 1 hull left. Boba Fett into Grand Inquisitor. Gets 1 reroll from Vader. Spend the force point. He does. Hit crit. Ooh, gonna have to spend both force points on Grand Inquisitor to keep that crit from going through. And that's going to make this shot from Grand Inquisitor very sad. Actually, does Grand Inquisitor? No, that's a Darth Vader target lock up there. You could take a 2v2 on Boba or a 3v2 on Dengar. Gonna go into Dengar. 3 dice, no mods. 1 hit. Dengar, 2 dice. No mods. Gets the evade. Alright, back to dials. Whisper is gone. Boba's on 1. Vader took a shield from that proton bomb. The bombs are gone. The contraband is gone. The proton torpedoes are gone. But so are a lot of points. 97 to 57. Yeah, how is everybody not just bumping this turn? You got... Every single person is stressed. Every single pilot. Let's give Grand Inquisitor back a force point. Vader's at full. Vader still got the lock on Boba. So if he could find a way to not bump into Boba. So who's moving first? Boba's moving first, right? Timo's got initiative. His 5 moves first. You just 1 bank down. Try and force a bump from Vader. Take your chances with the Grand Inquisitor. What you do with Grand Inquisitor? Let's look at the tie dial. 3 forwards your fastest maneuver. Fastest blue maneuver. Yep, there's the one bank from Boba. Bumps into Dengar, no big deal. There's the hard one from Grand Inquisitor. Does not currently have a shot. Goes for the boost. And I believe gets out of Boba's arc. Links it to a focus, gets a full mod. And hopefully only one shot. Will he be in the marksmanship arc now? No way. One forward from Dengar. Oh man, if Boba just bumps here, yes! Should be able to PS kill Boba. Boba's gonna get, well, 1 dice with 1 reroll, so yeah, you should be able to do it. 4v1, come on. Yeah, fantastic move there from Will. Alright, Dengar's going to shoot first. Is stressless at the moment, so could use Han Gunner. Could try and force some spins on Vader, maybe? Yep. Takes the stress and the focus. Range 1 into both Grand Inquisitor and Vader. Oh no! That was pitiful. Here's 4 dice from Vader onto Boba Fett. And that's all paint, folks. And that's all she wrote for Boba Fett. So Dengar versus Vader and the Grand Inquisitor. Grand Inquisitor hanging on by a thread. 2 hull left. There's the 1 turn from the Grand Inquisitor. Gonna try and block things up for Dengar. Ooh, feeling confident. Goes for the lock. There's the bump. We're gonna see a 4K. Nope, goes for the 3 bank, but who cares? You're not getting shot. D4K with Dengar here. Nothing really to stop you. Puts things in your arc, probably forces them to run away. We still have L3 on Dengar, so if there's a particularly devastating shot, at least on the initial roll, you could force him to re-roll it and eventually open up your dial a little bit. 3 bank out of the Grand Inquisitor. He's already got a lock, so maybe go for an evade. Unless he needs to get out of the way. Goes for a boost. Ooh, goes for the sloop instead of the 4K. I like it. 5 straight from Vader, bumps. Oh yeah, they're out of auto blaster range. No more proton torpedoes, so being at range 3 in Vader's front arc is good for you. Three bank from Dengar. Looking to take shots, does not care without relieving that stress. We'll be moving. Oh, he reaches for the lock, which does tell him that he's in that side arc. He wants to take a focus mod. Probably worth spending that force point on. Can you barrel? I don't think so. Two v 4. Stranger things have happened. But not this time. Won't evade. Smikey says I'm going to take a nap. No, no, no. There's still game here. Oh, Smikey's bringing up the 2 damage his Turf Inert took at range 3 with a focus versus the side arc of Janor's. Yeah, that was very upsetting. We all felt for you. 4K from Grand Inquisitor gets turned around, starts to face the enemy. Dengar moves up and takes a lock. There are no more proton torpedoes. That's just going to be for basic attacks. Talon roll, rolls forward with Vader. Going to go backwards instead. Just in case. Also gives him more room to maneuver. Next turn. Any reason to burn her? I don't think so. Takes the stress. Dengar will shoot first, but I think he's got a side arc shot into Vader. Obstructed. Oh, he goes Han. Okay. Goes for the Han focus. Makes sense. That's why he goes for the target lock. Don't forget about that. Range 3 obstructed. 2v5. Does not spin the focus. Going to save it for defense. Is not likely to get anything through. There's one natural evade plus blanks to turn into evades thanks to the gas cloud. Vader back into Dengar. 3v4. Fire control this blank. Hit crit. Dengar, 4 dice. 2 natural evades, 3 with the gas cloud. 23 minutes left. 113 to 97. Grand Inquisitor, 1 bank. Takes the evade, smart. Has 2 force points in the target lock. Dengar, 1 bank. Does not currently have arc on Grand Inquisitor, but I don't think he cares. Let's double check that. No, he does. Totally does. Takes the focus. He's already got a lock on Vader. Ooh, Vader moves in to the range 1 bullseye arc. In perfect double tap territory. Goes for the focus. Why though? Do you shoot here? Okay, he barrel rolls out of the bullseye. Okay, I like that. Does he still maintain arc? I don't think so. We'll see. Dengar. 3 dice, range 1, auto blaster. He does have a target lock. So Vader's got a range 1 shot. Hit crit. Oh, L3. It's even worse. Oh boy. That feel though, when you use L3 and it comes back worse, double crits go through. That is shields down on Dengar. Here's the return shot. Focuses for hit crit. Spends a force point, takes 1. Vader not quite at half, but close. Spends a force point from the Grand Inquisitor. Was it 2? Now is at 1 for hit crit. Range 2, spins the lock on the blank. Should be hit crit focus, yeah. Spins the force point. Dengar taken, hit crit. Fuel leak. 97 to 156. That'll do it for that round. Step up for 1 second, I'll be right back. So one shield off of Vader, but a whole lot of damage into Dengar. Plus a fuel leak, which is never good when you're facing an advanced targeting computer. There's the 4K. Vader with a 5 straight. Probably, does he even want to... Well, he doesn't have to burn her, right? I don't think he's in that side arc. Nah. There's nothing in the front arc that can reach him. "16 minutes to go." Does go for the burners, okay. Maybe he has a better turnaround maneuver next turn. No auto blaster for Dengar, so we'll just have to shoot the 2 dice side arc into the Grand Inquisitor. 2 hits, not bad. Grand Inquisitor 3 dice with an evade and a force point. Spins 1 of each. So I imagine we just see Dengar head straight. Maybe put himself in a position with like a 3 forward. To get around that gas cloud on his left, depending on what Vader does. Shaka saying 3 straight from Dengar. I think so. Probably keep Grand Inquisitor in the side arc and be better to respond to Vader the next turn. We'll see. Ooh, Grand Inquisitor. Gonna flank. I dig it. But Dengar is not fooled. 1 bank left. Go for a lock and a focus. Maybe just a lock. Vader with the 4K. Gonna do the side arc here. Another 2 hits in the side arc of Dengar. 2 natural evades from the Grand Inquisitor. "12 minutes left." Got a stressed and strained Vader. He's definitely going to relieve that. Can't go too slow if he wants to move forward. Grand Inquisitor. One bank left. Boost focus. Hard one with Dengar. Three straight out of Vader. Looks like he was expecting Dengar to keep chasing Grand Inquisitor. Or if Dengar came over that cloud after him, I'm sure Vader would have gladly obliged. Another side arc attack. One hit. Gonna spin that lock. Two evades, so just fine. Here's the range 3 from Vader. 3v3. Spins a force. For hit crit. Spins a focus, takes the crit. Fuel leak is going to turn it into 2. Disabled power regulator. Not too bad, I don't think we're going to have that many turns. Yeah, one hull remaining with Vader behind him. Under 10 minutes. Dengar, one hull remaining. I don't know what you do with Dengar here. What's your Hail Mary? Three straight from the GI. Goes for a boost. Might as well link it, there's no other. Ah, doesn't need to. 3 sloop from Dengar. See if he can at least go face to face with Vader. Vader can pretty safely focus barrel roll over to the right. Know that he's out of the auto blaster range. Yep. Fire control to blank. And focus for hit, crit. Dengar with no defensive mods is dead. There it is. G. Congratulations to Haigwood. Wins his match. Round 4 of the Premier League. Thank you to Timo for playing, and thanks to everybody for watching. That's going to do it for that match. Until next time, this is Scott from Hexiled Gaming, signing off.